What's up, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Rideshare Hub. My name's Greg. What I'm doing for you guys today is essentially just a video that's a little bit of a catch-up for me because I'm currently focused. There we go. I'm currently not driving at all right now, and it's been probably over a month since I've given a single ride. I think New Year's, ironically, was the last time I worked. And there's a lot of reasons that go into this. A lot of them are personal reasons. A lot of them are life things. A lot of it is just me, honestly wanting a break from Uber and Lyft. So for starters, I'm going to go right into that. The first reason is really, I've been doing this on and off for 4 years, but mostly, I've been doing it pretty consistently. And the honest truth is I'm just really getting burned out of it. It gets to the point where, as easy of a thing as it really is to do, for some reason, it's the hardest thing for me to get in the car. And I'm not really financially dependent on it anymore, so I don't get the motivation of, and it would always help. Extra money always helps. But, if it's not a necessity, a lot of times it's not a good motivator for me. So I found myself constantly putting it off, finding reasons not to do it, something that would come up in my day and I'd be like, well, I can't drive now. I'd drink a 6-pack of beer in the morning just so that then I'm too intoxicated to even be able to give a single ride. That's how my mind is. I force myself to have excuses. But so burnout's definitely the biggest thing for me. But another huge reason, and I did a video on this as well, is I'm actually in the middle of a lawsuit with my car. I already did a video on that, so just, go look for that because I really don't want to be talking about all that again. That was a video in itself, so I'll take up the entire segment talking about that. But yeah, so even if I really wanted to right now, I've actually been on the side of the passenger lately. I've been taking a lot of Ubers and Lyfts these last few weeks, and it's been such an interesting experience. My God, we are freaking annoying, for one. I'm going to say this in this video, but a lot of us need to get a lot better at picking up on social cues because I'm a really nice guy, and I can see where maybe it's deceiving to where these guys think I really want to talk, but my thing is, I don't feel like I should have to stop him and be like, hey man, I'm really not looking for a conversation right now. Can you please be quiet? I don't want to say that. That's uncomfortable. That's crazy uncomfortable. So these guys are talking to me. And the last few times, I was actually, had a full conversation with them. But a few of them, they were honestly just boring. And I'm still going to tip. I just, this one guy, all he did was talk about himself. He told me all about his personal life, his friendships, never asked me a single question. And to be truthful, his stories were very bland. They were very boring. And I listened and I gave a few courtesy laughs. But it really felt like in my gut, he was doing it just so that I would tip him. And I never told these guys I was a driver. Didn't say that I was a part of this channel either, because I wanted to see what their natural, what are they naturally gravitating towards doing. And it was all the same thing. They all are trying to be the king of chatter and just yap your ears off. So let's do some quick etiquette on when you should or shouldn't talk really quick, and then I'm going to move on. Someone gets in my car. Hey, how's it going, man? You, Jake? Yeah, what's up, bro? Oh, not too much. How's your day going, man? Oh, it's going all right. What about you? Yeah, it's going pretty decent. I'm probably not going to continue that. You can tell he's just being nice by what he's responding. He's just saying, oh, how about you? Responses, whereas maybe if he'd even said, how about you? Is it busy out there today? Now he's giving you a little more line, you can feed off that. But if they're just responding really to what you're saying, I try and then give 3 options where I just look courteous. I say, hey man, if you got any specific radio requests or anything you want to hear, be sure to just let me know. Or if it's too hot or colder in here, just let me know. Honestly, you need anything, just let me know. All right, bro? And he'd be like, yeah, for sure. I got you, man. And what's cool is he's probably recognizing that I'm recognizing that he's not wanting to talk. So he's already content. Look, if somebody's not wanting to talk, you're not going to get a bigger tip by starting this amazing conversation And for one, if you can't start that conversation, then don't. So I've noticed it almost every single ride. First few guys, I talked to all of them. The last few, I wasn't as talkative. I hadn't slept well the nights before. And it made me understand a lot of scenarios where people would get in my car, and it's not that they were grumpy. It's just, life happens, things go on. And a lot of times it's just too much mental power to have a conversation with someone. And that's how I was feeling. And I mean, a lot of times I was just responding with like, oh, wow, that's crazy, man. Oh, he sounds like a crazy, that Larry friend of yours or whatever, And then he would just keep going, and like, hypothetically, if it was just an innocent thing, then whatever, that's fine. But I just, in my heart, I really felt like it was like let me schmooze this guy into thinking I'm such an awesome driver and he'll throw me a 10, threw him a 5 still, like, is that really like not good? So yeah, just a refresher for you guys, be very conscious on picking up social cues if people want to talk or not. So what else have I been working on? I've been producing a lot of my own content. One project that took a lot of my time for months and months that I'm nearing the end of is I produced a film that I also acted in, and I did it with a lot of friends. We did it using only exterior locations in Arizona, so we used only the desert, and then we used one location in California, but it bordered Arizona. And we wanted to make a film that basically showcased all of the beauty of Arizona. As many spots as we could, because obviously there's like over, I think, 11 climate zones here, so you're not going to get all of it unless you can really travel. But so we've been editing that. We've also got things we need to reshoot, so I've been planning a lot of that. I'm also acting in a TV pilot right now, so fingers crossed. You might see me get picked up, you might not. That's the life and times of an actor. You do a lot of TV pilots and you think they're all going to get picked up. It's a lot of heartbreak in this industry. But yeah, and I've been auditioning for a lot of other film work, working on a few other smaller sets that are honestly, I'm not even going to waste your time with. But I also, those of you that know, I run a digital marketing agency. And so I've been working with some realtors, and we're actually making kind of like this big mega automated software for a real estate business. So that's probably the biggest thing I'm working on. These things all take up just a massive amount of time, and honestly what it's come down to is, like, more than anything, I haven't had the time to actually Uber. Oh boy. Oh, okay. Sorry guys, I thought I parked in someone's parking spot. I'm not familiar with this territory. But yeah, I honestly, like, I haven't had the time to even Uber and Lyft like I used to, because I used to tell you guys a lot of times that I was doing it for a while solely for networking, because I was just getting people in the car and asking them what they do, talking to them, and then eventually they would tell me about their business, and I'd be like, hey, I have an ad agency, let me run some ads for you, let's set up a call, and I was booking clients right out of my car. It was just such an organic way of networking, and I really liked it. But I haven't even had the ability to really do that. A lot of these weeks I've had maybe one day off where I can really work or do anything for myself. And, it's a blessing. I'm doing all things I love. So I say that not from a like, oh, I'm so busy and depressed. No, I'm happy. Like, I'm really loving my life. And what I want to point out to you guys is everything, I don't have a lot to show for it, but I have a lot of stability right now, and I have complete flexibility, and I don't do Uber anymore. Obviously, acting I wouldn't say is complete flexibility, but I love that so much that I've never looked at it as work. How did I do that? I did it all with Uber. I really did. And it's the one thing I'd really like to say in this video is that Uber and Lyft, if done right, can be like the segue to your dreams. I mean, it really can, because the biggest thing with starting a business or going after something in the media industry, which I've done both, is that there is so much financial risk, life risk. I mean, it's scary. And And having something like Uber and Lyft where you have that flexibility to go out and work whenever you need to work, that's huge. It's everything. I remember early on when I first started, I was just acting and Ubering, and I would sometimes Uber 60 plus hours a week, and I would just set up a few auditions because I didn't have a good resume at the time, so I'd get like 3 auditions a week, and I would just Uber, go to that one audition, get done, Uber, go home, sleep, Uber, Lyft also. And then I would, then go to that next audition. Then I'd get back in the car and do a bunch of freaking Uber rides again. And then I'd get that third audition. And then I'd book like one of those maybe. So then I would plan my Uber schedule around that. And I did that with my business too. Like when it was necessary, I got out there and worked for the money I needed, but in the meantime, I was creating all the things I love. Some other things I started, I have a podcast now, and I'm possibly going to be doing my own YouTube series. I haven't decided on that, but I am doing a podcast, a friend and I. It's very out there spiritual topics. So if you guys would like, you can check that out. It's called the Wave and Dave Podcast. It's on Spotify. It's on everything except Apple Podcast. Once I have 3 episodes done, I'll be approved for Apple. But other than that, you can find it on Spotify or Breaker. There's a ton of apps that it's on. But if you're into like really out there stuff, I really am. Like I'm really into some out there stuff. I'm sure you guys picked up on it because here and there I'm like, oh yeah, I had a bad vibe. Oh, that's bad energy. You know, to say some things that are a little unnatural. So yeah, check that out. But that's basically everything I've been working on, where my life's been at, and why I honestly don't really Uber anymore. So just a quick update. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and I will talk to you guys very, very soon.